Hello everyone, my name is Lexi Ramirez. I'm a student at ASU Online, and today I'll be recording a video for National Security class, and it's a debate on a topic, and the topic is Russia and Ukraine war. As you guys might know, the war started a few months ago when Russia decided to invade Ukraine. Before that, there was negotiations from NATO. NATO has been involved since day one that they found Russia might be invading Ukraine. They tried to prevent it. They failed to. NATO then um, was meeting with Russia every day before, and no agreement was made. And this got Russia and Ukraine into the war. And since then, NATO has been helping Ukraine with military equipment, billions of dollars, aid, a lot of resources, which is one of the reasons why the war is still going on, because of NATO support. But a lot of people are saying, hey, we're not doing enough to help Ukraine. 3 billion isn't enough. So we need to use military force against Russia. And a lot of people are saying, oh no, that's a bad idea. That would possibly get us into World War III. So that's one of the reasons why I'm against military force against Russia. My first reason is Ukraine is not part of NATO. So NATO has no obligation to help Ukraine with military force. One of the statements of NATO is the attack on one is an attack on all of us. The problem is that Ukraine is not part of NATO. NATO has no obligation of using military force against Russia to help Ukraine. If Ukraine was part of NATO, then the story would be so different. But they are not. And using military force against Russia would get us into World War III. Let me tell you why. Russia has alliances. They have China. They have, possibly North Korea. They have a lot of countries with strong militaries ready to jump on board if NATO decides to use military force against Russia. One of the things the professor said is that Russia might have been prepared for the war, and they are prepared, and they have the alliances ready to get into war if NATO decides to use military force against them. NATO should not be thinking about military force in the first place. If they want to help with money or weapons, I think that's the better thing to do. Or try to negotiate something with Russia, even if it means in the terms of Russia, that creates peace. I think that's the best solution to the conflict, to solve the conflict. NATO is not going to benefit from helping Ukraine. Ukraine has not contributed anything to NATO, so why should they be even helping them with military force? No, that would destroy the world economy and would get every country into, I want to say, a Great Depression. Especially in this time where militaries are so strong and wars are so destructive, it would be worse than World War II because of technology advancement. And when you have the world powers with nuclear bombs, the risk of nuclear weapons being used is high. So NATO, the best thing for NATO to do is to stay away from trying to use military force against Russia. Our economy would be destroyed. We're already suffering the economic consequences from the war, and we're not even directly involved with the war. Imagine if we use our military to help Ukraine. That would be a big problem to our economy. It would get us into a Great Depression in the US. it would be a bad idea. That's why I'm against um, military force. And Russia, let's not forget, Russia also has the back of non-state actors, of terrorist groups. They have been associated with different terrorist groups, and that's also a national security threat to the U.S. That would be a threat to the U.S. in our land. So, no military force. The best thing for NATO to do is to stay away. I hate to say this, but it's better to leave Ukraine alone. Let them fight the war. I hate to say this, but it's the best thing for everybody. Because we don't want to get involved. We don't want to get our military involved. We don't want to get other um, countries involved. We could possibly help, like we've been doing, but I think military force is just too far. It crosses the line and gets us into big problems. Bottom line, NATO, stay away from even using military force against Russia. No, it's a bad idea. Right? Thank you. Hope you enjoy my debate, and thank you, everybody.